The average wheel alignment in America costs between $75 and $120. Most tire shops recommend one every 6 months or every time you buy new tires. If you follow that advice over 10 years of car ownership, you'll spend somewhere between $1,500 and $2,400 on alignments. The real number of alignments most cars actually need in a decade? 2, maybe 3. That's a difference of over $1,000, and the shops pushing these on you know it. Wheel alignment is one of the most oversold services in the entire tire industry, not because it doesn't matter, but because shops have figured out that most drivers can't tell whether they need one or not, so they recommend it every time. This is how you know when to say yes and when to walk out. What alignment actually changes? Most people think alignment means your wheels are straightened out. That's close, but it misses the part that matters. Alignment adjusts 3 specific angles: camber, toe, and caster, that determine how your tire contacts the road. When those angles shift even half a degree outside spec, your tires start wearing unevenly, your car may pull to one side, and your fuel economy drops by as much as 7%, according to data published by the Tire Industry Association.
Here's what that 7% actually costs you. On a car averaging 25 miles per gallon, driven 12,000 miles a year at $3.50 a gallon, that's roughly $118 a year in wasted fuel. So a legitimate alignment pays for itself. The problem isn't the service, it's how often shops tell you that you need it. The schedule tire shops push versus what engineers say you need. Walk into most tire shops and they'll tell you alignment should be done every 6,000 to 10,000 miles, or at least once a year. Some chains print it right on the receipt as a recommended service interval. But if you pull up the actual maintenance schedule from Toyota, Honda, Ford, or Hyundai, you won't find alignment listed as a recurring interval item on any of them, not one. Manufacturers treat alignment as a conditional service, meaning you do it when something triggers the need, not on a calendar. The triggers are specific. You hit a significant pothole or curb, you replace a steering or suspension component, you install new tires, or your car is pulling noticeably to one side. Outside of those events, a properly aligned car stays aligned. The suspension geometry on a 2018 Honda CR-V or a 2021 Toyota Camry doesn't just wander out of spec sitting in your driveway. If your shop is recommending alignment at every tire rotation without one of those triggers, that's revenue generation, not maintenance.
The printout trick most drivers fall for. Now this one is something almost every car owner has experienced without realizing what was happening. You go in for a tire rotation or an oil change. The tech runs a quick alignment check, sometimes without even asking, and comes back with a printout showing red and yellow numbers. Red looks bad, yellow looks concerning. They point to the screen and say, "You're out of spec here and here." What they don't tell you is that most alignment machines flag readings that are within the manufacturer's acceptable tolerance range, but not at the center of that range. A toe reading of 0.08 degrees on a car whose spec allows up to 0.12 degrees will often show yellow on the printout. That's not out of alignment, that's within spec. Ask to see the manufacturer's tolerance range printed next to the readings. If every number falls inside the min-max window, your alignment is fine. That single question, is it inside the factory spec range, will save you $100 on the spot. Roughly 7 out of 10 times that printout gets waved in your face. Which cars actually lose alignment faster? But here's where it gets more specific, because not every car holds alignment equally. Vehicles with independent rear suspension, which includes most modern crossovers and sedans like the Mazda CX-5, Subaru Outback, and Volkswagen Tiguan, have more adjustable points in the rear, which means more angles that can shift over time, especially on rough roads. Solid rear axle setups, common on trucks like the Ford F-150 or Toyota Tacoma, have almost no rear adjustment. The rear alignment on those vehicles rarely changes unless the axle itself is damaged. So when a shop tells you your 2022 F-150 needs a rear alignment, ask what exactly they plan to adjust, because the answer on most solid axle trucks is nothing. On the other hand, if you drive a lowered car or anything with aftermarket suspension, coilovers, lowering springs, lifted trucks with new control arms, alignment checks after installation are legitimate and necessary.
Changing ride height changes every angle. That's not an upsell. That's physics.
The new tire alignment question. And this next one is the one that costs drivers the most money, and almost nobody questions it. You buy 4 new tires. The shop says you should get an alignment with them. Sounds reasonable. But here's the thing. If your old tires wore evenly across all 4, your alignment was already correct. Putting on new tires doesn't change your suspension geometry. The angles are identical before and after the tire swap. A set of 4 mid-range tires, say Continental Cross Contact or Michelin Defender, runs $600 to $900 installed. Adding a $100 alignment on top of that, when there's no evidence of a problem, is pure margin padding. The only time a new tire alignment makes sense is if your old tire showed uneven wear patterns, inside edge wear, cupping, or feathering, because that's evidence the angles were off while those tires were on. Check your old tires before you hand them over. Run your hand across the tread. If the wear is even across the width on all 4, you don't need an alignment. If the inside edge on your front tires is noticeably smoother than the outside, then yes, get the alignment done before the new rubber starts wearing the same way.
The alignment subscription trap. This next point is relatively new, and it's spreading fast. Several national tire chains now sell lifetime alignment packages for $200 to $350. They pitch it as unlimited alignments for the life of the vehicle. It sounds like a deal until you do the math. The average driver who doesn't hit curbs, doesn't modify their suspension, and drives mostly highway will need a real alignment maybe 2 to 3 times over the typical 7-year ownership period. At $100 each, that's $200 to $300 total. The lifetime package costs the same or more, and it's not transferable if you sell the car. You're paying upfront for a service you'll likely use once or twice before you trade in. Where these packages really make their money is behavioral. Once you've paid $250 for lifetime alignments, you come back to that specific shop for tire rotations, inspections, and eventually new tires. The alignment package isn't the product. Your repeat business is the product. If you do want the package, it only makes financial sense if you drive on poorly maintained roads daily, live in a pothole-heavy city like Detroit or Chicago, or you plan to keep the vehicle past 100,000 miles. That $1,500 to $2,400 in alignment costs over 10 years, most of it is avoidable. The service itself is real. The physics are real. But the schedule most shops push has nothing to do with engineering and everything to do with transaction volume. Here's your one move. Next time a shop recommends an alignment, ask for the printout and check whether every reading falls inside the manufacturer's min-max spec range. If it does, you just saved yourself $100 in 90 seconds. If this kept money in your pocket instead of the shop's register, you know what to do.